The next one steps up. It's an opportunity for somebody else. And, it's one of those things, I don't recruit a kid to come to Clemson and sit on the bench. I recruit kids because I want to see them play. And so it's going to be interesting to see who's that guy that's going to be stepped up. I got an inclination which guy it is, but my inclination never worked. It's always somebody else. So I'm anxious to see some guys go out there and compete and win an opportunity to play on Saturday.
As far as leadership, who have you seen step up, and who do you want to see step up this fall?
Well, Sheldon Lewis is a guy, that's, he's a natural born leader. He came in day one and he was telling guys what to do. Avion is a leader. And then Jaden Lucas is starting to mature and become that leader that, you want young men to be. Not everybody can be that vocal guy, but some guys, through attrition, learn to be leaders just by, doing things the right way and being accountable and being consistent.
What does Avion have to do to take that next step?
Just continue to hone in on his craft, and that's something that he does daily. Watching film, asking questions. He's one of those kind of guys that you got to pull the reins back on him because he'll overtrain too. And that's what you see in a lot of these young athletes nowadays is guys that are overtrained, and then it causes a lot of soft tissue injuries. So just making sure that he's taking care of his body as well as doing his training.
Trio of Barnes, Terrell, and Lewis never were giant recruits in high school, and they all found their way on the field last year as freshmen. Were you surprised at all by the impact they were able to have on them?
No, like I said, for some of these kids, we've watched them grow. And it's one of those things that you see it in them. These are guys that are hungry, and a lot of times people equate success with just stars, but I equate success with guys that are willing to go out and work. And these are young men that are going to put on their hard hat and they're going to go to work every day. And when you got that type of work ethic, you're going to have some type of success. Well, I think it helped him from a transition from going from high school to college, because a lot of these kids, they don't know what they don't know. So for him to come in early and participate, one, it was a way for him to learn the playbook. Two is, now to see the different skill set, because a lot of these kids don't face those type of receivers week in and week out in high school. You may go 1 week and you may be playing against little boy Blue over here and he can't get off the line of scrimmage. Then the next week you play against somebody who's considered a 5-star. Well, every day you're going to get challenged on that practice field. And I told Quark over here at the Roar, we got some guys in that receiver room that are really going to surprise some people.
From a special teams perspective, now that Shipley's out of the frame, who or what are you looking at to create that nervous energy for for opposing teams to go, okay, that guy can be dangerous back there?
Well, we've got a stable of guys, that have been proven. But it's just now, with Shipley gone, now it's like who's going to step up, who's going to take the bull by the horns and go run with him. So I'm excited because we got some guys that really can go get it. That can turn the burners on, so it's going to be exciting.
And then I know, I believe they're not doing it in college, just the pros, but are you giving any attention to how in the NFL them changing kickoff, how that looks at all? Are you giving any attention to that?
I haven't yet. The game is forever changing. And it's for me, I hate it a little bit. Some of it I like because of the safety part of it, but some I don't because it's taken away from the true essence of the game of football and what people are paying to see. They want to be entertained. So I'm all about some old school football.
What would you say is your greatest takeaway from last season that you want to bring into this season?
Is resilience. We fought week in and week out. It's one of those things where people are not scared of Clemson anymore. It's like that old Rocky thing when Rocky hits Drago in the face and he cuts him. And they're talking about, he's human. We're human. And so now it's we got to get back on that horse and we got to make people understand that this is Clemson and we mean business.
To compound on that, Clemson still being a very prominent team nationally and well ranked, but under the radar a little bit, is that kind of a place that you guys as a team relish right now, to kind of be a little bit under the radar but still very prominent? How's that space?
Man, for me, and I think my players take on sometimes the attitude of me, I don't really care. I just want to go play. Like I said, we're not promised tomorrow. So every day we get up, we got to count our blessings, and we got to make sure, hey, we can take advantage of every opportunity we have, and we work hard. Nobody's going to give us anything. We got to go out and take it.
What's the status of someone like Jaden Lucas? What do you see him play this season?
Oh, Jaden Lucas is ready to go. I mean, and what I expect from him is I want to see that guy that I saw when he was coming out of high school. I want to see the guy that's making plays. I want to see that guy that's in your face. I want to see that guy that's being physical day in and day out. He has a wealth of talent. And it's my job. I got to get it. And there's glimpses of it. He just hasn't been healthy. And right now he's in a position where he's healthy. He's running and he's moving a lot better. So I'm looking forward to it. As far as the receivers, I mean, you take Wesco, you get Tyler Brown, Antonio Williams, and I've seen T.J. Moore play in high school, and from my perspective, I mean, those guys are dynamic, and so I'm looking forward to the matchups out there on the practice field.
Has it been one side or has it been one side against the sides? How has those battles been?
It's one of those days where one guy has a good day, one guy has a bad day. And at the end of the practice or training camp, hopefully you've won more battles than you've lost. And so like I said, iron sharpens iron. So they're making us better.
Was there a moment last season where you were like, rely on these guys to play for us?
Well, it's one of those kind of things where we're trying to search for some cohesiveness, some synergy, and it's like, you know what? Hey, this guy deserves his opportunity. Let's give him a shot. Like I said, we're in a position where, no position is etched in stone. And sometimes guys get, they start resting on their laurels and things of that nature. So I gotta spark a fire in that room. And so I gotta go with the young boys and see what they can do. Because hey, if the older guys are not getting it done, I need to go, find out what these young guys can do. Because hey, like I said, I recruited them to play. So hey, I may not be around long. I gotta see these guys play. So, for them, they got an opportunity and ran with it, and they were successful. I wouldn't say I've had huge jumps, because, I don't like huge jumps. I like those incremental steps, you know what I mean? Because I don't want a guy to reach that success and then doesn't realize the journey and the process it took to get there. So I'm all about the small steps, and at the end of the day, hopefully them small steps end up to W's on Saturday.
What have you seen in Jaden Lucas? I mean, he came here as a highly talented recruit from the upstate, battled some injuries, battled some adversity, but we've seen some flashes up in Green Bay Goldfish. What are his expectations coming into this season?
My expectations are hey, he's got to go. He's been here. He's the oldest guy in the room, actually. And, like I said, I want to see those plays. And I want to see that playmaking ability. I want to see that physical kid, that I recruited, And so I'm looking forward to him.
You feel like it's in there? I mean,
it's there.
You know it's in there when
what
do you
there.
think you learned from the adversity that he had to go through last year, sitting and watching him trying to get healthy and play through injuries?
As a competitor, it stinks because you're sitting on the sideline. You want to play too. It's like, as a little kid and, all the big kids are playing basketball and you're the little guy and you're sitting on the sideline. You're like, I want to play too, And so, it's time for him. It's time for him.
What are those three newcomers, Troy, Ashton, and Corey and Brinkley, your three?
Well, I can tell you right now, that Corey and Gibson, you thought Nate Wiggins was fast. Wait till you see that joker run. I mean, if you ask me, he's the one guy I can't wait to see. Because he came here and he had a knee injury, and I saw him in high school, and the first thing I saw was flash. And he's a kid that can go from 0 to 500 very quick. And so I'm interested in seeing him. Tavoy, like I said, Tavoy is the guy who came in early, and so it was one of those type of things that his body is transforming. He's not the little guy on the block anymore. And then Ashton Hampton, I mean, you look at him. He's 6'3". He can run. He's physical. I mean, I like what I got in those three right there. I mean, you're talking about the future of Clemson defensive backs. I mean, we're going to get after some guys.
How's the motivation for game one? When you look on the schedule, you see a team like Georgia. As you go through camp, how many times do you bring up Georgia? I mean, the guys are aware of it, but making sure you're ready for the first game of the season. It's not a layup.
No, exactly. I mean, heck, last year wasn't a layup. You know, we got our asses kicked. You know, and for me, you know, motivation is, hey, we got to go perform every day. I mean, yeah, we play against Georgia, but I don't give a damn rat's ass who we play. We got to go get it. You know, we got to go get it. And so for me, it's just, hey, we got to come together as a team, and we got to go out and we got to produce every day. You know. You got to have depth, you know, and as you said, you know, it's to the point now we're almost like an NFL season, and so we've got to have those guys because you know guys are going to get injured, guys are going to get dinged up, you know, nobody week 12 is going to feel like they're at week 1 anymore, so you're going to have quality, you know, you're going to have to have guys that are going to be able to step in, take some quality reps and perform.
Kind of along those same lines, you've only got 2 true upperclassmen in your room. How do you spread the reps out, make sure those guys are getting enough practice knowing what lies ahead in week 1?
Well, the thing is about it, you got to make sure they don't overwork it. You know, that they get the quality work in, and then you got to get those younger guys in so that they can get acclimated to the speed, the playbook, and things of that nature. But I got to make sure very early. I got to find out which one of those younger guys are going to be able to be that guy. You know, and so I got to find out early. So sometimes I may have to take some reps away from an older guy, give them some to the younger guy, just so that I know that hey, they're ready, they're game ready.
I know you look at film all the time, obviously for preparation. Is there